Okay. Pyong! Welcome to a very fun episode. This was not really planned for me to do until leeteuk on one of his videos said a bit of a spoiler. He mentioned some of the title track / music videos that this new song would not be like. So Mr. Simple, Sorry Sorry, Mamacita, and some others. And it sort of inspired this idea to go through what I think they might do, what they haven't done, or what I want them to do for this comeback. Or just in general, I think, concepts that I think would be really cute for them to do. All we know is that Yolk is blonde, donghae's hair is short with highlights. That's it! Minho sent a truck for to their location. Really, that's pretty much it. Donghae did say he spoiled that it would be that he thinks it's a manly concept. So I really don't know what his definition of manly is, honestly. Super Junior have done a lot of different concepts. They're known for not sticking to one style and also introducing a lot of different musical styles into the K-pop genre. So finding a concept that they haven't done, while you might think it was hard, there's so many different things they haven't done. There's still so much for them to do. They've had like a hard rock concept with Don't Don't. They've done, oh my gosh, like they've done ballads, they've done a Valentine's concept with No Other. Here's what's going on. I've got 10 concept ideas for this 20th anniversary comeback, and I'm gonna go through them least likely to most likely. So number 1, least likely. Number 10, most likely. And I'm doing this based off of the hints that leeteuk gave and donghae gave, which is basically nothing, but we're trying to work with something here. Let's get started. Number 1, least likely, but I would personally love to see them do, is like a magical girl concept. I don't think they ever would. I really don't think they, well, okay, I don't think they'd come up with it on their own. So I'm presenting this. The magical girl K-pop concept is my favorite. A few similar visuals to help you sort of understand is Stacy's GPT, which one of my favorites, Artemis's Virtual Angel, and Talk to You Later from Lusemble. I think those 3 concepts would be so good because it's kind of like a magical girl, but you wouldn't think of it as a magical girl at first. And there's something like really dark about them that I think really draws me to it, aside from being, you know, magical girl Sailor Moon, which sort of was Hyukjae's concept for his recent album. But I'm thinking really dreamy, like playful, light visuals, florals, feathers, or wings, like butterfly wings. It doesn't even have to be like physical wings. It could be wings made out of light. Mist, like a misty or a soft glow effect. That would be so pretty. I think Yolk would look so pretty. As for sound, I think this is the only one that I thought of the sound for, is I want it to have like a soft rock feel to it if they were to go this magical girl route, because I think it would add a really cool contrast. Still like a masculine-esque sound, but such a like a girly, pretty visual. I don't know, it fits in my mind. And like little echoey ad-libs in the back. I think it would be great, but I just don't think it's likely. It's not manly. It could be manly in Donghae's eyes. We really don't know what he means by that. But it's not anything they've done before, clearly. But it is number 1 on the list. So let's get into number 2. Okay, number 2 is also not manly, but also something they've never done before. Like a Greek gods concept. Honestly, I feel like this would be more of a cry thing, like gardens and statues, beautiful archways and intricate architecture. I think it's so cry, honestly. It's so cry. It doesn't feel like a full group concept, but I mean, Siwon would look gorgeous with a flower crown and no shirt and gold nipples. That's all I'm saying. I feel like we should use nipples as an accessory more, or just in general. Some of the some visuals that matches this that already exist, Cosmic and Feel My Rhythm from Red Velvet. I guess this is more of a Red Velvet concept in general, which, you know, sister group because they're in the same company. But I don't know. I think they could really pull it off as long as they stick with the like light-hearted sort of heroic vibe instead of the horror gonna sacrifice you and eat your family vibe. I don't think Suju would go that would go the darker route that Red Velvet goes. Um, but like picture Marie Antoinette by Sofia Coppola, where it's historic, but a lot of it can be very modern. I mean, obviously, specifically a pair of Converse in one of the shots, one of the very intentional shots. But also anything that Aurora might create, just probably a lot brighter in color instead of the darker tones that she uses. Also, Hercules, the cartoon, Disney's Hercules with the sparkles. I just think that would be really pretty. I like the idea of the flower crowns or just like a music video version of the Sexy Free and Single teaser photos. I was so disappointed that the music video did not match the teaser photos. Like frilly shirts, nature overtaking like buildings and the pastels and yeah, not manly. It might be in Donghae's eyes. So the third concept is I feel like it's more likely as time goes on. I feel like at some point that they should absolutely do this. If not this one, then the next one. But a spy redemption. And the only reason why I say this is because of the Super Records was spy themed, which is interesting. So I don't know if that was a hint or if it was just them having fun with a concept because they wanted like an escape room type situation. But you know, as an elf, as a K-pop fan, we have no choice but to read into these kind of things because we'll look back and then find the most ridiculous spoiler. The one that comes to mind that just proves genius level, Shindong spoiler for Mamacita. He posted a picture of seaweed, like you know the snack seaweeds, and it was like Mashi brand, Mamashi. So yeah, if you want spoilers you can't decode, Shindong. But I mean, I think they're all being quiet about it at the moment in May. We might get some spoilers in June, but until then, working with nothing. But yeah, Spy Redemption. Spy Redemption. I would love to see, but I don't want it to be like a recreation of what already is. I want it to be an entirely new visual, if you get what I mean. Like no white box, a story, you know, real buildings, real props and stuff instead of like what we got. But yeah, think In the Mood for Love by Wong Kar-wai. The way that he used those camera angles, or in a sort of similar fashion, that one part in House Party, sort of like that, just less set like and more looks like it's from a drama like. So high contrast, noir, and shadows and spotlights and like useful props that are engaging to the story. And I think it would be really cool if like the choreography matches the movements of fighting or dodging bullets, like sneaking under the lights. I think that would be fun. This is not okay. I don't hate Spy. It's just so lackluster. I want the luster. It should have been number one. probably should have been number 1 on my list, but it's more D&E than a full group concept, honestly. And that's like a vaporwave concept. Kind of like a noir cyberpunk. Lots of cities and fast cars, like sunsets. The only references I can find is Pandora from Maeve and, I mean, early aespa, you know, Kwangya, sort of. Just less fantasy and more noir. You get what I mean? This one was kind of hard to explain in words, but I'm sure the visuals on screen help with that. Number 5. This one is not manly. Not in the slightest. It is something they've never done before, aside from the Boys in the City Hawaii version of, you know, photo shoot. So picture that. The waterfalls, the hiking, the shorts and like the sort of brotherhood and Boy Scout outdoor adventure type. And I will say what made me think this would be cute for them is absolutely a picture of Calico Critters. But does it not look like something they would do? I feel like they could do this at any point, not just like 20th anniversary, but it's very summer, so I think it would work. Go really nostalgic with it, you know, running around, like slow motions, just really showing them enjoying being boys with each other. If that doesn't sound gross, that's a weird way to put it. But think the music video for Midsummer Madness from 88 Rising, just outdoorsy and less crazy. Or whatever you imagine when you hear Canyon Moon from Harry Styles. That's the vibes. Those are the vibes. So number 6, also not manly. And they've done this before. Not in a music video, but in their TV shows and photo shoots. But it's schoolboys. Bunch of 40-year-old men in high school again. Somehow it would be cute. But yeah, just like 90s tech and a blue school, just a basic looking around, you know, posing, playing basketball, Hyukjae dancing in the hallway, posing, walking around, posing. Yeah, maybe not 20th worthy though. But it would be cute. It would be really cute. It is what my tablet theme is right now, by the way. And a thing I put down here that would be fun, I think just in general, if they did this concept, like they all decorate lockers, and that you could get the, wouldn't that be cute? Decorated lockers merch for each of the members. That'd be cute. Number 7 is very manly. It can be very manly. It can be very feminine too. But circus. They've never done it, but D&E have. Theirs just was more of a gambler BDSM circus. And this would be an actual circus where they all have different roles. And I've yet to figure out all of them, but the few that I think would go well is Kyuhyun's the ringleader. He's the big guy. So cute. And in a top hat and black eyeliner, adorable. Donghae's a clown, because what else would he be? A little unicycle. I think Hyukjae would be like a fire breather, or like the person that swallows the swords. That would be really cool for him. It suits like his Aries vibe really well. Yesung is a tiger tamer, because duh. And he would have to have his don't hair. Heechul's a fortune teller. And that's all I've got figured out. Let me know. Let me know what you think they would be in a circus. And this isn't something that I just thought of. When I went to Fright Fest back in October of 2024, I was waiting in line for the clown haunted house, and they had a bunch of circus pictures up on the outside, and that's what I did waiting in line for like an hour and a half. That's what I did. I created a little suju fanfiction in my head where they're all at the circus, and it was great. I was very entertained. So let's go to number 8. Okay, number 8 is probably incredibly obvious. However, they've never done this aside from a dress up for a concert. And that is superheroes. Like Power Ranger, Transformer type superheroes. 80s cartoon superheroes. They've got like their own powers, and it could be like shot like movie level type camera, but it's silly and with like effects like the pow and the spiky yellow blob, and some could be villains like heechul, yesung could be villains. It would be so fun. Just off the top of my head before I forget it, because I did not write this down and I just now thought of it as a reference. I'm thinking of the song, but I can't. It's Joji, Jackson Wang. I got the moves, yeah, you got the juice, yeah, we can't get loose and go wow, wow, wow. I really don't know the name of the song right now. But it's with Joji when he's the, yeah. But think Scott Pilgrim. The way that movie is with the comics, and it's like over exaggerated, but it's real life. It's such like a, like why haven't they done this before kind of thing, honestly. This, okay, superheroes probably should be number 9 because this is higher up on the list mainly because summer and I super duper want it, and that's pirates. I love pirates. Seriously, I love pirate media. One of my favorite shows, which I think is a great reference for this concept, is Our Flag Means Death. One of the best shows in the whole world. Also references Aqua's My Oh My music video. Also Rufio from Hook. Heechul or Yesung dressed as Rufio from Hook. I mean, pirates. It's gonna be summer. They've never done pirates. Okay, aside from the one pre-debut showcase where we have one gif of donghae and eunhyuk hugging and literally nothing else from, okay? And it's manly. Pirates can be manly. And it could be a story, and some of them could be mermaids as well. If we don't get the music video, I'm gonna need someone to draw that for me. Same with the circus one. Please draw it for me, because I can't draw people. And send it to my Twitter, please. Final idea, number 10. The one that I think is most likely, drumroll, sci-fi. But not just sci-fi, a retro futurism Doctor Who-esque sci-fi. The episodes that come to mind specifically is the bank heist episode with Clara and Capaldi. But like, imagine the dark sci-fi architecture that comes with retrofuturism. A lot of Doctor Who is very mysterious. There's like a lot of action going on, a lot of running around, trying to figure things out. It would be very easy to make a story that fits that aesthetic and concept. And it doesn't have to be like in space per se. Like, you don't have to see space to know that it's in space, if you get what I mean. If they made them time travel, I didn't even think of this when I was writing down these ideas. This is in the moment. What if it was a full-on Doctor Who time travel moment in space and stuff? That was number 10. Clearly, the last 2 have my heart over the others. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, sure, at the end of the day, I really don't care what the concept is gonna be. I'm not gonna have my feelings hurt if it's none of these. I would be over the moon if I guessed it right on some level. I mean, I really have no idea. I gathered things that I thought they would be great with, because there's nothing to go off of right now. So hopefully, as there are more hints, another one of these videos might come out. I hope they throw out hints. I love to decode stuff. I love figuring things out and little breadcrumbs. But I have fun pretending to dress up dress them up and whatnot. I have a whole Pinterest dedicated to it, and I have a great time over there because Flash got rid of dress-up games, and I do what I must. This is me rambling because I am terrible at ending things, but let me know in the comments or on my Twitter, what do you think? What you think is going on with the concept? What you think of these concepts? If you have any other references that fit any of these, I would love to see. I would love to hear it. Okay, okay, bye.